Well, friends, I was trying to see if I could capture this today, but I didn't get a chance to capture it before. However, I mean, you know how it works already. Just came off the train. Very nice kind of surrounding that they have here. If I can show you a little bit of the way, I'm gonna give y'all just kind of a bit of the back view. See if y'all can see a bunch of different things. You know, them like so it's like a train setting. It's almost like a train station kind of vibe, and I think that is something y'all can kind of look into. Um, uh for the Grand Canyon. So hey, if y'all guys feel like doing it, I mean, I would recommend it honestly. You know what I mean? I would recommend it for like a family vacation. Again, if you want to love the cold, that's fine. You know what I mean? But I would say, from my perspective, you may want to do it without the cold. Anyways, let me get into what Shayla had going on this morning with Angelina. And again, on to know my stance on this entire thing. I think Diesel got himself mixed up into something here. Let's run into it. Let's go.
I ain't never seen him act like that.
Do you know what that looks like when someone is mentally checked out? It's like The Walking Dead. And he comes out here yelling and screaming. First, he came over to get his mail. No problem. Okay. But then he's getting loud. Diesel came down. He was like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" Because anybody would check to see. It sounds like a fight outside.
And again, so this morning, I think two people were on the same side, which was Skitlanta and Fee, which nothing wrong, because, we're always going to have opposing views. One of the biggest things I think we didn't like about this is the mere fact that, and again, of course, we don't know who right and who wrong. We don't want to do that. We're just going to give kind of views and opposing views. The others feel like it's cheating, so you can't do anything at all. They must say, hey, all is fear and love and war. We are say it's principles. Some people say it's principles. And I think I kind of agree with that some of it needs some level of principles with it. Having the man in your clothes in your house is kind of tough. It really kind of tough, ladies, honestly.
Yeah, I'm surprised the cops didn't come.
Well, I told him I was going to call if he didn't leave because I'd rather call than to have the neighbors call.
So, Mom, just out of curiosity, you aren't actually dealing with Diesel like that, are you?
Like what?
Mom, he had on that's clothes. You took it a little too far.
Well, you think that's too far, but the man needed clothing.
So you see what I see with the daughters is this. Notice how even it's interesting. I don't know if y'all noticed this. Angelina has taught her daughters to treat Brody like a piece of crap. Am I the only person that notices that? In other words, what I get from it is that they always seem to want to correct Brody, but they never correct Angelina. I don't know if y'all noticed that. They never correct Angelina. Look at how they're talking to her now, but then barely correcting her versus the energy that they had for Brody. Again, remember, a man asleep in a next man's house, and he have the man clothes on. How you think you're going to view that? And I said before to the ladies, what if this were you and I had another woman in your clothes? How would you have reacted to that? That's my question for Skitlanta and Fee. If you tell me you're good enough, then me get you.
Giving him dad's clothing?
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
that's what was here.
Of course he's gonna go off.
But answer the
wearing his
question,
clothes.
Mom. Answer the question. Don't try to skate past it.
So are you actually dealing with Diesel in that way? Because I don't know. I'm feeling... I could be wrong, but...
You don't know the kind of man Diesel is, okay?
Oh. Really?
You see, I'm feeling judged. I'm feeling really
desperate.
judged.
You?
I don't like this face right here.
You of all people?
And you, look.
So in other words, she and Diesel are in things. Okay. And again, no one cares if she's in things with Diesel. It's where she's doing it, and it's how she's doing it, and it's what she's asking for. That's what people have an issue with. Skitlanta and Fee. I mean, no, it's all like me attacking her. I'm not really attacking her at all. We just try use opposing views because y'all are the main persons on that side of the fence. And of course, you have the other side of the fence, like the Dre and the Nanya and the Angela Paul, who said, no, it's the way you do things. Dove Star is also one of them that led the charge in saying, O'Neal, I think I don't care about Angelina cheating. We just never like how she was doing it.
You're a little desperate, Mom.
No,
With the
that's not
homeless
man. Okay, so the man doesn't have a home to live in, but he's not a murderer. He's phenomenal. He's smart. He's compassionate. He can fix all kinds of things. I mean, he's been fixing.
He's been fixing you up.
He's definitely been fixing her up. As a matter of fact, I think him a fix more than just that him a fix pum pum. If you ask me. I feel like Diesel has been fixing more than just the things around the house. And as Brody said, it's a brand new house, so him to know what Diesel have fixed. The only thing him could have fixed is some pum pum, if you ask me. Anyway, proceed.
Mom.
I'm so shocked.
Are you?
He's homeless.
You always told
No,
me.
he's not. He's not
He's
homeless.
not homeless. Oh, because he's staying here. He's in and out. Wow, I'm so shocked.
Oh, look.
You told
I'm
me
so
to
surprised
get a
'cause he's
man
homeless.
with means.
With money.
So I guess now Shayla is now seeing what her mother says and what her mother does is two different things. You know, she realized there's two different things. In other words, chasing after men with this whole heap of money not make no sense. In other words, maybe this will wait. Well, who knows? It's Shayla. I was about to say this should wake her up to Arby because Arby really loved Shayla for who she was and not anything else. Arby actually loved her versus these other men that she's with who just loved the tooting up. Arby actually loved her.
Money. But you know what I didn't have? I didn't have a man that could teach me patience.
That's foolishness. That is total crap. Brody has been trying to teach you patience. You just don't want to listen to him. I think you wanted to do your own thing. So this now is that excuse argument where there's no accountability. In other words, now we're going to put back the blame on Brody. Again, for the people who tell me about Brody cheating, I accept your argument. But give me where Angelina gets wrong inside of it. Because it feels to me like, remember, that's why O'Neill said he only have to call his story, from two sides of the fence. Me hear the Brody side, but show me the part where Angelina come in because it don't feel like only giving us that part.
And gratitude. And even though we met how we met, he brought something genuine into my life.
What did he bring into your life, Mom?
You know, we just need to be in a space where we can see ourselves.
That's foolishness. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why this is foolishness. If Diesel has brought all this genuineness and all of this compassion, all of these things that Angelina is telling us and trying to sell us that this is the secret to life or the nirvana to life, then she would not be asking for a 90-10 split. If what she's saying is true, and if I'm supposed to believe Angelina into what she's saying, and by the way, now Skitland let me know you rock with her now based on what she's saying, because that's why this is where this is going. If that is true, right, then it means that she shouldn't be asking for a 90-10 split.
Sometimes we don't see ourselves. We live from the inside out and we're just being and doing. But in reality, we should be grateful that we have a roof over our heads. Okay?
And a 90-10 split. Is that what you're saying to us? We should be grateful that we have a 90-10 split. Look, stop trying to see if you can sell us this. Again, I cannot buy this from y'all because she's asking for a 90-10 split. All of that goodwill thing has to go through the window. That doesn't make sense.
Number two, instead of running and worrying about a man, right? Or relationships within the family, we should have more gratitude. This man gets up every single day looking for honest work. He's patient and he's gentle and he's kind.
So what does that say about Brody? Is that Brody's not looking for honest work? Again, we're talking about a woman who has been through a scenario where now she has the means because of her husband talking about this. This is why I can't buy any of what she's saying. And a lot of people do this a lot of times. Them get rich and all of a sudden them want to come tell us, how great life is and how they have found nirvana. Well, if you did find nirvana, release all of the things that you possibly have and then go ahead and let me see you live life without and have the same reaction to everything else. Let me see you have the same reaction. Let me see have the same reaction, because if that's the case, let me see have the same reaction. This is the same Angelina who is still asking Anthony to be buying Shayla a house. It's the same Angelina that, so don't come with this.
Wow.
And those are qualities that money just can't buy.
Wow.
It's a changed woman.
That broke D have you acting crazy.
Because it's true. Because it's absolutely true. All of a sudden, Angelina wants to come and give us. Look at what Angelina is trying to give us as her argument for all of this. People are saying, right? If Angelina wanted to do this, she should have done this outside of their home. No, it is funny how the man had respect for the house in that even though him a cheat, him have enough respect, but yet still women are fine with saying she shouldn't have no respect for the same house that Brody have respect for. I find that Very disturbing. But anyways, I guess you know, una have on a different ratio. In other words, then it's the man must have all the respect in the world, and the woman mustn't have any respect. And that's why I say me like the side where Dove Star went to. I like where Nanya went to, and I like where the other people who said no, O'Neill, really and truly, because I at first said the same thing. No man, okay, shouldn't be an issue, but people say no, O'Neill is principle. Brody didn't do anything in the house, so it's principle. People never have no issue with the cheating, them just have the issue with the principle in general. And now Angelina wants to tell us about how much she have found God and the gratitude that she have. Well, if she have all this gratitude, then she would go for the split that Brody's asking for. And she would have signed those divorce papers. But give me a take. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to y'all soon.